It was the end of the day at school, and it was time that Sonic and Tails and Knuckles got back on the bus at the bus stop to board it all the way home from school. "We're on the bus now," said Tails. "No more classes." Tails was happy but sad because he is smart. Sonic and Tails sat down together and Knuckles sat right at the middle of the aisle, which he usually did not do but sometimes did when not everyone was on the bus. It looked like Espio and Rouge were not on the bus because they were busy getting ready to go sexton night now that they are boyfriend and girlfriend. Knuckles laid out across the aisle even more stretched out than when he just sat across two seats because now the limits were the Alpha and the Omega. "How can we help Espio?" said Sonic to Tails. Tails responded, "I don't know," and thought about it on the bus. The bus drove bumpy on the bumpful roads all the way to home, and then they got out of the bus stop that they normally got in the bus at, just like always. Sonic ran out of the bus and then Tails and then Knuckles in order. "Time to go home," said Tails. "We're almost there," and they walked the rest of the way home. When they got home, it was dinner time, and Sonic was at a different home from Tails and Knuckles because they were all in different families, so they did not live together. And Sonic's mom made dinner. Sonic's mom made Chinese food, and Sonic ate it, and at the end there was a fortune cookie, and Sonic broke it open and ate the cookie part and kept the paper that was inside that held a magical fortune on it. Sonic looked at the fortune and read it to himself inside of his head. "The path to glory begins at the base of your friend's penis," said Sonic inside of his head, reading the fortune cookie paper, and he knew that it was a good sign for what was about to happen tonight when Espio and Rouge went to have sex. Then the phone ringed. Sonic ran to the phone and picked up the phone and said, "Hello," into it. It was Tails. "I have an idea," said Tails on the phone to Sonic, who was listening but not speaking. "I can give Espio my invisibility hat that for the science competition and he can use it to do sex for Rouge." Sonic smiled so wide like the King of Fire finding out he burnt down New York City with only his fire powers. Sonic and Tails went to Espio's house later, which was not easy to walk to normally for most people, but Sonic was super fast, so he ran there and helped Tails get there too, seeing as Tails is not as fast as Sonic. They knocked on the house and Espio came out of the door. "Here's my invisibility hat that you can use with Rouge tonight to make sex in. It makes it impossible to see and impossible to hear you when you are wearing the hat, or when someone who is wearing the hat wants you to also be impossible to see and impossible to hear," screamed Tails, whose voice was a little hoarse from ordering food with the lunch lady whose hearing was lost in an earthquake in her childhood. Tails had to say the things he wanted so loud and she would say, "What?" And Tails wondered why she even had ears if she wasn't going to use them. Espio grabbed the invisibility hat from Tails' hands and said, "Cool, thanks," and kept going, so Sonic and Tails left and wished him luck from far away at their own homes. Back at home, Sonic thought it would be good that Espio would get sex into Rouge so then he could explain it to Sonic, and Sonic would know how to find Amy's sex bots even better because otherwise he would have to read about it online because all he knew was kissing, which wasn't really sex but it was probably kind of the same thing, and Sonic would just read about it online before talking about it anyway, and he would know the right words for things then. Sonic sat on his chair that was in front of his Sonic computer and opened up Sonic Instant Messenger and messaged Amy, who was doing the same thing but at her home, and said, "Hey Amy, want to finally become true boyfriend and girlfriend by reaching sex this weekend?" Sonic waited for a long time at his computer and it seemed like Amy was not there because she did not respond to anything. Sonic played games online and beat all the final bosses because he was like an alien sent to Earth to destroy the records set by others. Then finally Amy responded. What Amy said was, "No way!" Sonic was so shocked his brain must have felt like a total idiot. Will Amy finally cyber with Sonic in the future this weekend? Or will Sonic keep playing video games like a loser alone and break everyone's records? Find out next episode of Sonic High School.